You name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Black. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Watch the whip. Pro team, spell. Tighten up. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It's a second down run with Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Ready? 50 seconds for Mike. I'm trying to collect. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lindsey. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Goldman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Here's Goldman. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Eagles have recovered. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't seen.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wayne Goldman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Philip Lindsey, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Gallman. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
On the ready. 61, matchbox right. Let's go. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Lucky. Recon, 132 fighter. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick me up.
2nd and 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Gallman. Room here to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Keep it up, guys. Slam. Man 5-7. Bravo.
Wentz going to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Lefty, lefty.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Tyson. 5'9".
To throw is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Gallman will run it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now Wentz again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. Yep. 50 seconds to Mike. Bound to lose one. Big grip.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And taken right on the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. This is Goldman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Quick the edge. Go.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Check 26, check 26. X3, 218, chop. Ready.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Check 64, weak.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike, go. 280. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Single receiver.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Dre 15. Dre 15. Max 57. 57's run. Watch the run.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. It's complete to Hopkins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run by Lindsey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Yeah. I know he ain't got 57. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Vaughn. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert 3. Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Barnett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
57. Mike, 57.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Stu. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Hey, go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end, but you're right. The 3 timeouts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wayne Goldman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Come on.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, wahoo! 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57. Hey. Let's go. 57's mic. Hey, Alpha. I got one. Check. Fresno. Now. We got it. Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Philadelphia, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.